Thank you so much for joining me, Manjima, on this live. I call it the early show with Latha Srinivasan instead of calling it the Insta Live,
Thank
which
you so much.
everybody, yeah, which everybody's doing. And it's great to see you looking fresh, looking good.
Thank you so much.
What have you been up to during the lockdown? How have you been keeping busy? Any new interests that you discovered?
A new interest, yes, I did try to online courses
Uh,
because after finishing BSc, I want to do MSc right after that, but then I got into movies. But I am someone who likes to sit and write down notes and, I like that space. So as soon as the lockdown was announced, the first 2 weeks, I was absolutely clueless. I didn't know what to do. Then the online courses and stuff started, and I started a page called One in a Million. So I think sort of busy with that.
Okay, so what is this 1 in a million about? Tell me.
So One in a Million is a talent showcase page where we post talent. So basically, they can send in or like via mail or DM us their talent, and we'll be posting it on our page. So we just started it 2-3 weeks back. Yeah.
So who is this we?
I have a team of 6 people.
Wow.
Not the
Okay.
industry people, yeah. They help me with replying to the mails, and they'll select a couple of videos. We always will be on one of the video calls. Like we use any platform, we talk to each other, we keep in touch with each other, and we make sure we check all the mails and stuff. And there will be certain videos where we'll be like, oh my god, like that's superb, right? So such videos will be posted. And so it's basically a platform just to encourage and support talents. And this is the time to stay a little positive. So I think this is one of the best ways to keep people entertained, and it's good to appreciate someone during this time. So that's pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful what you're doing because there are so many talented people, but they don't get an opportunity, right, to showcase their talent. And of course, you have these silly TikTok videos, but
Yeah,
there's more.
we do get a lot of TikTok videos.
Yeah, but some of them are great for a laugh, but people who genuinely want to pursue something don't get those opportunities, right?
Yes.
And when there are celebrities or people in the public space who actually give them a platform, I think they feel more encouraged. They feel more, they take it more seriously. They think like, okay, somebody
Yeah.
is there and they're going to help us.
Yeah, because every day the first thing I do after I wake up is check all the mails, because it is so interesting to see different kinds of talent, because some of them I haven't really seen it before. So it's like, and they use what's there. They're not trying to get or source stuff. Whatever is at home, they try to use that and be very creative about it. I think whenever I see such videos, I'm like, these guys are really good. Like it makes me happy, and it makes the people who watch it happy, and even for them, extra 5 people commenting on the post saying that this is super, bro, or something like that, it makes them happy. So it is just a bridge connecting the viewers and all those talented people out there.
Right. So I was just telling, viewers that you're from the same college as me. Of course, I'm much more senior to you. But how was it when you studied in Stella? Because I stayed in the hostel for 2 years and I know how it was. But did you have as much fun? Did you bunk classes? What is your favorite food in the canteen?
Okay, I'm going to answer all those 3 questions. First, I had a lot of fun staying inside the hostel than staying outside. It's all about breaking rules a little bit, right? So that way, I really liked it. And also, warden Sister Hilda. I don't know if you know her. She was the warden of Our Ladies Hostel.
Okay.
So I stayed in Our Ladies.
Okay.
So she was a lot of fun. And she was a true mentor for me. And we did have a prayer time, we did have a study time, but she will equally give us time to, go out, have fun and all of that. Right. And even college that way, they were very supportive and stuff. And canteen, yes. My favorite food was masala dosa. I used to go for that. And yes, I had a lot of fun. Maybe it's changed a lot, after you came out of the college, because now it's like a year or 2 years back, I had gone there for a function, and I see students sitting with the phones and all of that. They're like chilled out, and they're not too strict about stuff, and they're all having fun. So many more girls have joined. a
Yeah.
lot more talented girls. So it's nice to see. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in St. Joseph's the first year, and then the second year I was in Our
Yeah.
Ladies. And
Yeah.
the thing is, at that time when I was there, they were very strict, you know. Of course, now it's gotten much more lenient, and I think also people are more disciplined. I mean, you know, they've given the
Yes. Yes.
responsibility to the girls. Like, you need to know
Yes.
how to run your life. I think that's important. That maturity is coming. What did you study? You studied
BSc
maths.
Mathematics.
Maths. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. From maths to acting. Okay.
I know. Actually, it's very interesting. I didn't have that option at all. So once I finished my 12th grade, I remember sitting with my dad and filling up forms to all these colleges. He's asking me, okay, I'll fill in everything, but what do you want to do? Like, even my parents didn't have any clue. So one day I'll say, I want to learn fashion designing and I want to join NIF. The other day I'll be like, no, 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 maybe visual communication, I'll join this college. Then one fine morning again, why not mathematics? And I remember the immediate shock in my on my parents' face. They're like, "What, mathematics?" I said, "Yeah," and they looked at me like, "Are you sure about this?" I said, "It's going to be tough." I said, "Yeah, I love it." So that one morning, that's what I felt. But interestingly, when I joined the first 2 years, I really loved learning mathematics. I just love calculations and stuff.
Huh.
But third year, when it came to theories and stuff, then sort of I started panicking a bit. Oh my God, there's too much for me to take. But more than what I studied there, it's the experience I got from Stella.
Okay.
Like, I feel that college made me more responsible. Like you said,
Yeah.
it gives you
No.
sorry, your voice
Yeah.
was breaking.
Okay. So, of course, you had your big break in 2016 when you took up, you know, acting full time. And it's been, what, 4 years now? So, how has it been for you so far? Are you enjoying it? Are you looking forward to doing different things? How have the last 4 years been for you?
It's been a great journey. Well, I did have my ups and downs for sure, but then, like you said, my launch was really huge, and it's a dream to be launched by Gautam Vasudev Menon. So I think when that happened, well, my launch happened in 2015 with Barak and Selfie. That was like a Malayalam launch, and
Correct.
yeah, and that team was also like. For me, it was a dream come true because they've taken like really classic movies like Tatat and Marayat and all. That is the same team. So when I heard they want to launch me, I was really, really happy. And after that, I just wanted to continue only in Malayalam. I never dreamt about acting in Tamil or Telugu. And then Gautam sir came into my life and he said it's okay to explore because you're an actress and you have to explore everything. So so when that launch happened, actually my plan, I had set a plan. So now I've done this movie. So now, like, next I'll do that movie. Maybe after that I can do this movie. But I just learned something. Things might not go according to your plan. There's always a different plan. So it took time for me to digest that, and that's the down I was talking about. So when I digested the fact or accepted the fact that you don't have to really plan, just go with the flow, and whenever you commit to something, just give your 100%. And that really changed my perspective. And I think after that, I really started enjoying the process.
Yeah. With cinema, especially, I think you have to go with the flow a lot of the times because, it's a lot of unexpected things keep happening, here and there. But what about, everybody was looking forward to the Queen remake because Kangana, such a big hit, and then it was remade in all the South languages. But what's happening with that? Any updates on that?
I honestly have no clue about it because the last I spoke to them, they were planning to release it around 2018 beginning, and I have no idea what happened to it. And to be very honest, I'm the kind of person who detach from a movie after I'm done with the work. Like, I don't like to keep asking them when are you going to release or okay, what's the plan. I mean, it's up to them, it's up to the producers. Once the date is announced, they will 100% come to us because we have to promote the movie. I feel that that is one movie movie, I've given my everything. Like I worked really hard for it, and because I was also at that point in a bit of a low time for me. So for me to just do a character like that took a lot from me. But maybe that's why I just sometimes feel, I hope, by now they should have released it, or maybe they'll release it next year, or maybe now they'll release it. But I don't really ask them. But I'm sure when it comes out, it'll be a change for me for sure.
Right. Like you mentioned, your career, you've had a lot of ups and downs, right? But have you been
Yeah.
really affected by it, or are you, very philosophical about it?
Career down, no, not really, because that's the first thing my dad taught me to not be insecure about your position in the industry, because you can't have everything in the industry. You can't be part of every other movie that's
Yeah.
what's meant for you will definitely come, right? And to be very honest, there's been a time when for 1 year I didn't do any movies, and I thought my career was over. But I was not really insecure. My next thing was, okay, I don't think this is really working. So what next? Right? That was my immediate thing. But when I started thinking about what's next, then again a bunch of really good movies came my way. So that's when I realized, okay, industry, you need to have a lot of patience. You need to calm and maybe not compare yourself with other actresses.
Yeah.
Probably you should appreciate them for the work they are doing it. It took time for me to get into the space, by the way. Before that, I was like, okay, maybe there's something wrong with me, or maybe it's not working. But from there, it became like, okay, it needs time. You just give it some time. When it happens, it'll happen. And meanwhile, you'll focus on what projects you have and, do other stuff. Like, I don't like to only focus on one thing. It's
Right.
okay if you're doing multiple stuff. I can do that. So,
Yeah. So, what are the movies you're working on currently?
well, I was working on Tuklak Darbar with Vijay Sethupathi. I have another 15 days of shoot. I just almost finished FIR with Vishal. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 days left. Then the Queen has to release, Zamzam has to release.
Yeah.
Then I did a movie with Jiva, which also has to release. So these are the projects I'm currently working on. But some interesting stuff has come my way during the lockdown period. But obviously, you can't really take it to the next step unless we know what's up with it.
Yeah. So, Vijay Sethupathi, of course, is a brilliant actor, right? And he's done some wonderful films, and people love his cinema, the audience, and even the critics alike, because a lot of times there's no way you can find fault with him. How was the working experience with him?
I was shivering. Day one, I was just shivering.
Yeah.
I remember I was... Yeah. I used to go for script reading before that with the director. So I would go maybe once a week, go meet him, because I've never done that with any other movie. This particular movie is so afraid because his character is not one of those happy, you're always running around chubby. No, it's a very intense character. So I don't know, first of all, how to do that. Secondly, I went there and I used to keep reading the script because I was so scared. But the first day, I was like, we were all waiting for him, and he was outside talking to everybody. Like, he's someone who will go talk to everybody, say hi to everyone. He's very friendly that way. So I was waiting inside the room for the shot, and then he walks in, and he comes to me and talks to me like he already knows me. He's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what else to say, because I thought he'll have a moment of, hi, I'm, nothing.
Yeah.
He's just very friendly and very down to earth. And I saw the director, explaining the scene to him. He's thinking, he's looking around, and he got the scene in like that. Like the moment he explained, he understood what was happening. He came to me and said, "You'll do this, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." And then it became easy. But every time Sir walks into the set, it's a different aura. Like, he brings in a lot of positivity with him. So I think he, more than an actor, is a great human being. I've seen how he respects everybody around. And he has funny conversations with everyone, and he makes it very entertaining on set.
Right. Did he give you any acting tips, or did you ask him for any kind of advice?
No, he never gave any of us acting tips or anything, but he would constantly talk about actors in a good way. Like, oh, this performance is good, that performance is good. Okay, an actor should have these things, it'll be nice. To the director, he'll be like, why don't you think like this? So it's not like a advice. He does tell his opinions, But it's there's a different way in expressing your opinion, right? You can't force it on someone. But
Right.
it's also okay to have that little bit of discussion. He does that. But he only now come because we were shooting in a very crowded area. So he would only come during the shot. He doesn't come sit there early or nothing
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
People are there only because they know that he's there. So there's no chance he can come and sit. Even when we're doing during the shot, I've been surprised at how you're doing this. Everybody's looking at you. Won't you feel a little uncomfortable? Nothing like that. It was so easy and stuff. So I think maybe it's the experience as well.
Yeah. No, I think even as a person, he's very chilled out. I don't think he gets,
Yes.
hassled by anything. I mean, he's always very calm
No.
and yeah. So,
He's very funny actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't open up very easily, I think. He,
No, actually, I haven't really had a conversation with him yet. Even when we spoke, it was a lot more to do with movies and the project that we're doing.
Right.
And like I said, there were so many people, crowded place. So we really can't, there's no moment of sitting and chit-chatting. We really can't stand there like that.
Right.
So wherever he shot was like that. And I only shot with him for 4 days. So now more 15 days. So
Yeah. So all the good stuff is still left to come. That's good.
yet
So,
to come, yes.
what's your movie with Vishnu Vishal like? Is that an interesting role as well?
Yeah, actually, it's a very interesting role. I haven't done something. I know it's a cliche thing that everybody says, but I really haven't done something like that before. The director Manu, he's worked with me since my first movie, AY.
Okay.
So he knows what I'm capable of, and he knows what to give me, what not to give me. So when he first wrote the script, I remember him saying that I always wanted him to direct the movie. Like it's high time that he get into direction, mainstream direction. So he told me, yes, I've written a script and Vishnu's gonna do. And I said, hey, all the best. That's really good. Like I never thought he would give it to me. Though he used to keep telling me whenever I direct, I'll cast you. But in the industry, you don't take those words very seriously. Like okay, it's a good thing. Okay, they are considering you, but you don't think about it too much. So when Manu told me he's going to start the project, I was really happy for him. And then when he said that you're one of the heroines, I was like, what? Really? You're still giving me the role? He's like, yes, I am. Because she's an advocate in the movie. She's a lawyer. So it's a very, very bold character. Like, there are things that I've really even said. Like, for example, the dialogues he gave me were very, very difficult. I had to sit on that for hours and learn it because I know for a fact that, see, this guy has trusted me and given me this. I can't mess it up. I really have to give my 101%. And some certain important scenes in the movie, I had really, really crucial dialogue, so I couldn't mess up. So I, again, put in a lot of work, and thanks to Manu and Vishnu for making it really comfortable, because that's the time I just came out of the surgery as well. So I had to literally limp a bit when I go to the spot.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, they made it very.
Okay. So, like you mentioned, the surgery, you had it last year and, you had downtime. Was it a very difficult phase for you? Because, suddenly that accident and whatever after that, did you find it tough?
This is my first surgery in my 27 years.
Yeah.
It was definitely a big shock. Till then I've heard about surgeries. I've seen people who've done it, but to go through it is a different experience altogether. And when it happened in my leg, it's even worse. You put all your weight on the leg, right? So, my instant thought was, I love dancing. So for me, it was like, oh my God, now how will I dance? Right? I'm a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. So for any dancer, that'll be the first thought. Forget recovery, forget surgery, but your immediate thought will be, oh my God, like what am I going to do right now? The same thing with me also. What was difficult was those 6 weeks when I had to be on the bed. That was pretty difficult for me because for a person who's so restless and I have to keep doing something. I'm not someone I can't sit in one place. I have to keep doing something. So for a person like that to be on the bed and not do anything, but and I hate to ask people for help. Like I'm not a person who will depend on people a lot. So when everybody is doing everything for you, feel a sense of guilty. Oh my God, it's because of me. So yeah, I went through that phase, but I wouldn't say that was my low point because I learned so much in those 6 weeks. I think when I came out of it, I was a different person, and you start to take your health and your body more seriously, and you want to be healthy. You don't want to go through it again. So I think I
Yeah,
learned all of
yeah.
that too.
So how are you keeping fit right now? I mean, because of the lockdown, are you exercising? Are you doing, anything at home to just be fit physically?
You know, Lata, in 5 years, this is the actually very first time actually investing so much time into fitness. You won't believe it. Like I've never done this before. Like I said, after my leg surgery, so it's not like your leg surgery is done and you've recovered and everything is normal. Now, after leg surgery, after effect of that would be a back pain, right? And then there will be connected stuff. If
Yeah.
one by one will start paining. So after that, I just took a decision. I'm like, I want to be healthy. I want to look good. I want to be fit. And I now started working out. I mean, there are difficulties when I work out. I can't really move my left leg so much when I work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's definitely walking. And I make sure I walk 10,000 steps every day, things like that. So I'm like, when I eat, I'm like, oh my God. So I've gotten into that proper heroine thing right now. Like I'm
Okay.
scared to eat something. I'm like, oh, maybe I would have put on that 2 inches extra. So all those thoughts never crossed my mind the past 4 years. It's now that's all coming back. So I'm glad I'm this way because I really appreciate that you all have to be healthy. This is very important because
Yeah.
earlier when you have any pain you tend to ignore it, but now you should see if there's small back pain or a knee pain or any small pain, I'll immediately call up my doctor because it's just like I want to be healthy. That's it. Like that's
Right.
more important than anything else.
Yeah. So even now I see some comments, but one of the things, ever since you came into cinema, people kept calling you chubby. Didn't you find it annoying?
In the beginning, yes, I don't want to lie. I have to put chubby, yeah. But interestingly, in childhood also everybody called me chubby. Now also everybody's calling me chubby. So now I'm not used to it. The first few months when I got launched and all of that, I did not annoyed, but that put you in a space where you'll start judging your own body. I had that phase. Okay, I'm looking fat. Do I look fat? Okay, this is making me look fat. I think I should wear black. That phase was definitely there. And then later on, I think I started taking it as a compliment because a lot of people like you when you're chubby, and when you lose a little bit of more weight, then they're like, "Why are you looking so sick?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So right now, I take it as a compliment. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's very important to be comfortable in your own body, the way you look, irrespective of what, others say, because this body shaming business has gotten like little out of control, especially due to social media. You keep posting
Yeah.
pictures and then there are trolls ready to kind of take you down with the way you
Yeah.
look or the way you dress. And I think the best thing to do is just ignore it because you
Yeah,
have
only
to
when I
feel
started
secure
ignoring
about
it,
it.
it reduced. You're absolutely right because when I started reacting to all of it is when it went on and on and on. When I just stopped reacting, now I hardly pick those comments from my like any of my posts because it's only when you give in no so much they want to keep saying. But yes, there are times when I do reply when it crosses the limit or when it goes into a little personal side, then I do react. But even then I try not too much because I don't want to create controversy. So, but when it becomes a little too much, then I think all of us have the right to just tell them it's not right. Not my
Yeah.
way.
So it's an interesting word you mentioned, controversies. When you become an actor, there are always some controversies or other. Is there some, do you know how to deal with it? Have you developed a method of dealing with it? Like you just ignore it completely, or how does it work for you?
Nobody has written anything about me so far, to be very
Wow,
honest. No, you can
you're
search. You
lucky.
won't find. I know Touchwood, like people write more about my weight and stuff, but
Yeah.
nobody's really written something that I would call a controversy. I
Okay.
can never do that because
Or
we've been always
gossip.
all the media people have been nice. No gossip also. Like I don't know. I have no idea. Like, maybe people are talking, but it's not really come out on the newspaper or anything.
Right.
And if it comes, then I think it's part of it. Like if you like the fame and the money and the attention you're getting from the industry, then you have to sort of be okay with the other side of the coin as well. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
No, I think that's a brilliant attitude you have because there are a lot of celebs who are not okay with the gossip or the controversy,
Yeah.
and they tend to react very badly to it. They don't know how, and even taking criticism. I think as an actor, you have to be able to take criticism for your performances,
Yes.
Some
Yes.
celebs react very badly, and that kind of, just goes into one big issue. How do you react to criticism if somebody, writes about your performance?
Yeah. I've read all sometimes when you do certain movies, people do write things about you. I don't. I actually like don't have that level of time to read. Be like, who this person wrote. I won't write down the name. Like, I will never give an interview to this person. No, because I know for a fact that eventually, when you give more good performances and movies, that same person will write good things about you. And to
Right.
be honest, you're in an industry where people are constantly watching you. So they have all the because they are the ones who are paying money for the ticket and going into the theater. So they have all the right to say things about you, criticize about you. But sometimes it hurts because when they criticize a movie, it hurts more than your own performance actually because they've spent so much on it. There's so
Right.
many people who's worked behind it. So when suddenly they say, it's a washout without even watching it, that sort of hurts. But other than that, criticizing about me, so I'm not someone who will take it that seriously.
Personally. Okay, okay. Are you going to be doing any more Malayalam films? Because Malayalam cinema is doing a
Uh,
lot of interesting stuff. So,
yeah, I mean, I keep watching some of them. Like I watched Trans and I watched Ayyappanam Koshim and all of them. I was
yeah.
like, man, like, wow, it's great scripts. Just before the lockdown, there were some interesting scripts. I mean, but after lockdown, I haven't got in touch with them. I don't know what's happening because right now everybody's focusing more on what's happening around us. So, but I think if any Malayalam script comes my way, I get really excited because at the end of the day, that's my mother tongue.
Yeah.
And I did my first couple of movies in Malayalam. And I know most of the people there because my dad worked in the industry. So yeah,
Right.
I'm way more comfortable there because of the language and the people I know. But but right now I feel like I have to audition again in Malayalam movies in Malayalam industry to get back there. And I think it's sort of when you start working in Tamil and Telugu, it's a thing that okay, maybe she's busy there, or it's maybe difficult to get her date. I mean, whenever someone calls me from Kerala, that's the first thing they ask. Do you have dates? Like they don't even narrate the script first. They ask that's the
Sorry.
first question they ask. So I think it's small things. But if a script is offered to me, I give all. Like I read the script and I'll discuss with my dad because that is his area. He knows
Yeah.
that industry a lot more than I know. So I discuss with him, and I happily say, like, I did a movie called Mikhail
Yeah.
2 years back with
With
Nivin.
Niven. Yeah.
Actually, when they narrated the script, I knew I had nothing to do in the movie. I had hardly like 5 scenes, out of which only 2 scenes maybe I'm saying any dialogue, any sorts of dialogue. And they were very clear in the first place. Not like they offered me something big and then they said you have nothing to do. When they called me up, they said you have basically very less to do. But why I did that movie is because I badly want to do a Malayalam movie. So that's why I did it. Like I just want to do a Malayalam movie and I just did that. So there are times like that.
Okay, that's great. So who are some of the actors you're looking forward to acting with? Uh, any cinema, whether it's Tamil, Telugu, or Malayalam.
No, if I don't name the other actors, then they won't cast me. I mean,
Okay.
now you get the controversy. 100% tomorrow there'll be a controversy if I do that.
Okay, so
But
let's
Vijay
say
Sethupathi
you.
sir was definitely one among them.
Okay, okay. So that was a
Yeah.
great, yeah. I think people are looking forward to that movie as well.
Yes,
Hopefully
yes.
it gets wrapped up and gets released soon. People are saying Adi Poli very cute to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, no, I can't take compliments. I don't know how to react to compliments or controversy or criticism. So I'm like a neutral person.
Acha, so during the lockdown, tell me, have you been cooking or doing any of those things like everybody else?
Yeah, even I had that season for cooking and cleaning. Everything
Oh,
is a
you did?
season, right? Like yeah. When you see someone cook, then you also want to cook. When you see someone clean, okay, you also. See, I live alone, so then if I don't cook for myself, then nobody else is gonna cook. If I don't
Okay.
clean, then the house is gonna be dirty. So I don't have a choice. And even when I was in Kerala home, my mom, I think I should thank my mom because she would make sure that you have to wash your own plates. Maybe you'll have to wash the rest of our plates as well. You have to clean your house if you have to. So this is nothing new to me. But I think to stay positive throughout this lockdown is a real talent. Because there will be a time when you feel very depressed and very sad and frustrated and stuff like that, and bored. You'll definitely be bored because you can't do the same things again and again. So I think to stay positive throughout that whole phase, I think that is something I learned, and I try doing it. It keeps you sane.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, because you can get into depression very quickly if you start thinking about being all alone and not being able to mix with people and all that. Do you want to say anything to your fans in Malayalam? There are a lot of people tweeting in Malayalam, which I don't understand. So
no, but I always get it. I don't know. See, if the interview was in Malayalam, I would have 100% said I would have the conversation in Malayalam. But if you don't understand Malayalam, I can sit here and say Malayalam words that will be very funny. So, തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഒരു മലയാളം ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ആയിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ definitely and answer എല്ലാം മലയാളത്തിലായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ മാമിന് she doesn't know Malayalam, so that's why. That's all I can say.
Okay, super. So as soon as lockdown is over, what are you planning to do, Manjima?
Go home, go to Kerala.
Okay.
Because I really miss my parents.
Okay.
I don't like keep telling them this, but then I call them so many times that they are so frustrated now. They're like, you take care of yourself, we can take care of ourselves, like, because they're alone, so and they're old, so I'm obviously like worried, and every time, even if I send a package to me, like in between there was no lockdown, right? So I used to send stuff home. Even if I am sending it, I'll be like, oh, do this, do that. But my dad's like, I know what to do, but it's the constant worry that they're okay and stuff. So I think I really want to go home or bring my parents here, depending on the situation. And yeah, get back to work, because I'm really dying to go back to work and start working. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with everybody, not just actors or actresses. The same thing with everyone. We all want to go back to that phase and see our work friends and just have that kind of fun. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a lot of friends here within the industry or outside?
I think I told you this when I was messaging you. I was a very social person before. And I think it's the age. I would constantly tell my friends, my close circle, I think age is catching up. I can't.
Age?
I can't.
You're just like in your 20s.
No, but I keep saying, when I am this person who will plan everything. Okay, we'll meet up. Okay, 10 o'clock. Yes, for sure. 9:30, I'll be like, dude, I'm not feeling okay. Maybe tomorrow. So I'm that kind of a person. So I've done
you're just
that.
like me. I do that all the time, and my friends hate it. So
I always cancel plans towards the end. But yes, I do have a very close circle who I can talk to even at 3 in the morning and tell them that, hey, I'm not feeling like I have that close circle. But industry, I don't have enemies. So I think the rest of them, you can consider them as your friends. Look, you can have if I meet an actress, I can have a good conversation with them. There's no oh my God, what will I say? That moment.
Okay. I think you're very secure in yourself to that phase. You don't have that insecurity, which is why you're very comfortable around, people around you and things like that. And I think that's great, actually.
Hey, insecurity is going to kill your brain, your mind, your heart. The more you get insecure about your place and stuff as well, you do more mistakes, I feel. So a little bit of insecurity is okay, in terms of, okay, I have to do, like, if you see an actress or an actor giving like extraordinary performance, then you can be like, oh, even I want to do that. But you can't be like, okay, what is that actor doing next so that I can do that? No, that is very high level of insecurity. So I think being secure is what is the best thing my dad also taught me to. As a person, yes, I do have insecurities, but in the industry, no, definitely no.
Okay. So my last question would be, what about your fans? Are you happy with your fans? Because your fans are asking about, like, whether you love them and, all kinds of questions I can see here.
I definitely love them, because if not for them, even after that 1 year where I went missing out of the industry, I wouldn't have made that comeback. It's only because that people still love me. I'm able to do such movies, or even the directors or producers are offering you movies, right? That matters as well. Like, your fans definitely matter. So I love them, and I sometimes, when, what I do basically, if you feel a little low or little sad at times, that's what I do. I read all these fan messages because it's not like it gives you some kind of this thing, but you'll feel grateful. You'll feel more grateful. You'll become more happy. And there are people who want to see your work. So at least for them, you have to do something. I think off late, after I started 1 in a Million, when I see those messages where, when you post their talent and then they send you a message saying that, oh, I'm so, thank you so much. You feel that, okay, you made one person smile. And and among them, a lot of my fans, and they do send personal messages saying that it's a good thing that you're in blah, blah, blah. But your fans are the reason that, they're the only reasons where you will sustain for a long time. So yeah, I really like them. I really love them, and I'm so grateful. And thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much for chatting with me, Manjima. Please take care.
Thank you.
And looking forward to seeing your movies as soon as they release, whenever they release. I think you've got an exciting lineup, so it's great. So looking forward to meeting you whenever we can. When all this is over.
Thank you so much. Yes, when life is back to normal, yes, definitely. And please stay safe and stay indoors.
Okay, take care. Bye. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.